name is Fox Rhinetail, aka Fox, and sorry, I'm just knocking crap over. Out of all my theories, I like to try to keep most of them somewhat relevant to the cartoon's plot, and to that, there's such things like, what is it? You see it all throughout, like, you see it throughout time, or at least for certain cartoons, like, there's the whole theory that, like, Rugrats, it's all in Angelica's mind, or some crud. Actually, hold on, let me fix. Why the fudge is my camera lower than it should be? Perfect, a lot better. All right. So there's things like, Rugrats. It's all in Angelica's mind, or Pokemon's. That it's, or Adventure Time. They're both in a coma, and their heads all effed up. So there are a lot of theories that kind of really don't go along with the plot or anything like that. Not saying this one doesn't, but this is but I'm not sure if this will ever be tapped on by the writers themselves. Because one, it's kind of dark. And it's kind of, the darkness of this thing is, did the first star die? And you all might be thinking, what the fudge do you mean the first star? When was there ever a second star? Other than that time with the boards, the board game thing, where they're playing a board game within a board game within a board game. Don't you dare do the one! Jeez. Okay. So, here's what... The thing is, in that episode, we learned about... I don't know, there's that episode. In the episode I'm talking about, which just so happened to also be the one connected with dreams, the episode where Star goes into her own wand, we learned a little bit about one of the wand's many dimensions inside of it. Because we have the spell dimension that holds all these little summoning creatures, and then we have this weird dimension that is, I guess, the physical manifestation of Star within the wand itself, I guess. Where she starts seeing the school and stuff like that. In that wand, we learn that there's kind of time travel in there, where if one who owns the wand, as a Star, stays in there for too long, she will then start to repeat herself. There will start being mirrors or echoes of herself throughout the wand's timeline, and while that happens, what'll happen is the most earliest star, the star that is all the way in the beginning, the first star there is, will be taken over by the second star, and then the third star she'll be written out of existence, never to even remember who that was, as the second star will take her place, or sends to the third star, or the fourth star, and so on and so forth as this keeps on going. You just keep on going, which I was thinking wear a Steven Universe shirt for cartoons, and then I'm just thinking, oh yeah, Star! But anyways, as I keep going, because my mind tries to go off track and I have to pull it back in, while watching this, I kind of thought, okay, that's kind of cool. And I kind of tapped on this in that episode review, if you want to go check out that review. But I tapped on it a little bit on that episode where I was thinking alright. And the whole thing of this, the whole basis of this theory is a scene in this episode where before we learn about time travel, before we learn about all that happening, actually I think we do learn about it. Star enters into the school, and we see something ride past. We don't know what it is in the beginning. We see that shadow ride past, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And I'm just like, and for me myself, I'm just like, okay, what the fudge is in here? What's chasing Star? But I'm sorry, the thing that's capturing my face, it just couldn't capture on my chest. So I'm just like, please no ghost, please. But oh, that'd be very scary if I just see that little box appear somewhere else. Please don't, if you are in here. But understand. All right. So we first see that little shadow wash by, and I'm just like, okay, what the fudge was that? But then as we continue onward, we then find out that was Star in the future, or at least what you would assume would be the future. That was Star riding on using Chansey, riding on Chansey onside the Dang, the one time. Hold on. Ah, Jesus. Okay. This joke doesn't even work because you can't even see the chair. Anyways, riding Chansey. They're riding Chansey and... Is that a spider? Riding on top of Chansey, with Marco's hood on and everything, just riding. But we don't know that in the beginning of this. First, she goes then, meets Chansey, finds the chair, finds Marco's hoodie. But then when she leaves, she then sees the other Star. But then that still begs the question, what about that first Star? Because we've seen in this episode that the other stars, or the echoes of stars, follow after her. Like, the distance between them, the first star or the star that we're following and the last star, they start to dwindle. They start getting closer towards each other. So we're at the point to where we see Star, to the point to where when Star leaves the office or whatever with Chansey, she then catches up with her past self walking through there for the first time. So then that kind of starts begging the question, or echo of herself coming up to her first time. Dang, I didn't even notice the camera's almost dead. So that kind of begs the question, who was the first star? Or better yet, is that the actual first star? And that's kind of where this theory, I guess, kind of takes place. The star that we're following, I'm kind of theorizing, the theory of this is, that isn't the first star. That is one of the echoes of Star that was there beforehand. And most likely the Star that we followed since season 1 all the way till now, she's probably dead. Or written out of existence, dead. You can pick and choose if you want to say dead or not. But most likely, probably written out of existence. And the thing is, again, he's, what is his name? Glossric, he says, if you stay here too long, your past self will rewrite you. It's kind of like if you play a video game, but every time you save, you have to rewrite over your old save. It's kind of like that. But in this case, there's always a divide. There's always a space between them until eventually they start getting closer and closer. This only shows that from that star that we first see drive past, and then the star now, we can then assume, where we can see that it slowly gets, smaller and smaller, to the point to where, when she's riding towards the rug, the tapestries, you see all the stars starting to line up. So time is closing in on itself. Eventually she's going to get rewritten, but that's the thing. We never catch up to that first star. That first star that drives past, the first star that we barely see a glimpse of. So that then begs the question, was that the first star? And did the star we're following now technically kill her? This second star that we're now following. I don't know, this is just a quick little theory that I want to throw out there. I say that almost for every theory. And the reason why I bring this theory up is mostly because I'm not sure if this would really do anything for the plot itself. Because, again, even if the other star is rewritten out of history, where could we go with that? On one hand, it would be kind of cool. It would be definitely freaking cool if at some point, the wand starts effing up again, and the first star pops out of it. And, the first star has been in their world for, I don't know, for however long. She's I always love going dark with my theories, because I want a cartoon. Because Adventure Time does this a couple times. But I love cartoons where they can go dark. They can go dark. And Adventure Time can kind of do that, especially with the candy people. Oh look, he blew up. Or he mutated to an hideous monster. Gonna go send him out in the woods. I kind of like that. I kind of like that little bit dark. It would be kind of cool to see the old star, or the first star we're following, pop out of the wand. She can either be an antagonist. We can have the whole thing where, like, you know, maybe the two fuse together and make one whole star, some bull crud like that. Or heck, maybe if you really, really want to do something a little bit different, have it to where there are 2 stars in this story. You could have that maybe the 2 stars have to learn how to get along or some crud. I don't know. I know that's like way the fudge out of left field, and I'm pretty sure it will not happen. But still, it would be kind of cool to see, like, you know, maybe the first star comes like, you stole my life. And the other star's like, what the heck are you talking about? And, you know, they kind of go at it. And even having, like, the cool duet, having the 2 stars together. Like, they could have an entire season off of these 2 stars going together, like, who wants to exist, who doesn't. Like, we could have, like, an entire season after this about that. And I think that would be kind of cool. Heck, that could actually even be, like, something like, hey, first star, or, like, maybe, like, the second star gets taken back to Muni by Moon Butterfly, but then the other star 1, is that then, like, you know, kind of just stays with Marco, and they kind of keep this a secret. That would actually, that would be kind of a cool thing, too. Then we can kind of see a duality between the two. Kind of see, like, here's Star by herself here's Star with Marco. Here's how Star grows up with being with Marco and with the Diaz family, happy and stuff like that, you know, free, not really restricted. And then we can also see the other Star stuck being, you know, the princess, being forced to become more like Moon, quiet, I would say debonair, I don't know why the fuck debonair. I'm trying to think of fancy words. Things like that. And I'm just thinking, actually, that would actually be pretty cool, especially towards the, like, we could have then, like, an entire season where the star we're following, whichever one it is, doesn't call the mom for help. Doesn't do anything like that. Though there is probably the issue with, like, the wand cleaved in half. And assuming Marco doesn't get his own wand, you know, from that other half, we could have, like, maybe, like, they make a duplicate wand and then just put the second cleaved half into the wand and give it to the star that gets taken by Moon to become, you know, full princess, though Moon, you know, doesn't know. That would actually be kind of a cool story. Someone write that story. I want to read that. Heck, I should write it. But that would actually be a pretty cool story. I would actually like to see something like that. It'd be completely out of left field, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to do this. But, my lord, that would be freaking awesome to see 2 stars going at it. I don't know. This just, again, a lot of these theories kind of are now devolving into what the fuck do I like to see in this show, especially with an idea from the theory that I come up with. This would actually be kind of, I didn't think I'd be talking about this, but this would actually be kind of cool, I think. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you want to share movies that I've done, click in the description by my head. Tell me if there's any more theories you want me to talk about or anything like that, or things you might want me, like, you know, give me an idea, like, what you would want to see in this, and, you know, maybe I can figure out something cool that would be happening. I don't know. But it is awesome. Thank you so much for watching. This here's my witch gun. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch what videos I've done, please click in the description below. Please check out my videos, and we will see you later.